Thing to YouTube. Oh, now? What about now? I should be live. Oh, I think it works, right? Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. Today I'm gonna react to some flare progression videos that I found on YouTube. Plus, since some of you asked me to react also to demon flare tutorials in the previous live stream that I did about the flare, I forgot to react to demon tutorials. That actually demon, in my opinion, has the best flare ever. So I don't know how I forgot. Actually, I forgot he made some tutorials. So first of all, I wanna react to these videos, to his tutorials, and then I'm gonna move on and react to some progressions. So let's start directly with the tutorials here. This is a good exercise, the first one, for the hips flexors, in order to warm up and strengthen the hips flexors for the flare, and also the core a little bit, the abs. This is also very good. Doing this exercise that he's doing here in a L sit, so with the feet up, will be even better. But maybe it's complicated for many people, so this is a good progression actually. By leaning the feet on the floor, just pushing the shoulders down, and in order to lift your butt up off the floor. This is good for shoulder strength, and yeah, activating the muscles, warming up the muscles a little bit before doing flares. This is so important, and I like that he's showing this exercise, because many tutorials, most of tutorials that I've seen, they don't show this, but this is the key. It's like a key exercise to learn how to transfer the weight from one arm to the other and how to scissor your legs while still in the air. The problem for many people is the front part of the flare. They cannot switch their legs in the front part of the flare, so they start and then they lose control of their legs. By mastering this exercise, you make sure you really understand how to use your hip flexors muscles and also your core muscles to really switch the legs like this in the air. So this exercise here is so important. Here he is doing it a little bit. The first repetitions that he does, he doing it more like in a straight line, which is also okay at first, but then when you get familiar with this exercise, it's better doing it in a circle to mimic. Oh, it's so windy outside, oh my god, that's crazy. Look. Hey, nothing. Look, it's so windy. So sorry guys. Basically, at first you can do it by scissoring your legs, and then you can try to create a circle with your legs to imitate more the flare movement. Here he's scissoring more, and then here he starts creating a circle here. This is harder, but it's more useful. This one, let me see this again. Yeah, this one, in my opinion, not too useful actually. It's a good stretch for the front split, but in flares we should a little bit avoid using the front splits actually. Maybe it's just a good stretch to be comfortable in the starting position, but I would prefer using more like a middle split position with the legs like this, rather than a front split, you know. Okay, this is pretty interesting that he's showing this exercise here, the initial slide, with the knee bent and the knee towards the shoulder, or the knee towards the chest. I think it's a good idea, very good idea, because most people struggle to kick their leg up, the first leg up. By bending it, by folding the legs completely, it's much easier to kick it up. So just kicking the knee is much easier than kicking the straight leg up. So I think it's a good approach to learn how to kick this leg up, even if you are not so flexible and if you struggle on kicking the leg up. So it's a very smart idea. Second thing I can notice, he's really sliding his foot all the way around, which is good because you are supposed to slide, not to jump in a flare. Many people jump at the beginning, but we should slide at first. Later on, when you get more advanced, you can jump, but at first you should really slide. And then, as you can see, I also like this position here. This kind of like arrival position is very good because, as you can see, his hips are very high. So he's not only sliding forward, but he's also pushing the hips up as much as possible. In order to push your hips so high, you need to have a good shoulder extension flexibility. This flexibility here that I already mentioned in the other reaction and in many of my tutorials. So yeah, this shoulder flexibility is pretty important to be able to lift up the hips properly. And it's very good to try to be in this position with the hips in the front part of the flare instead of sitting down with the hips and almost staying close to the floor with the hips, just pushing them up as high as possible. And now he's repeating, then repeat the same exercise with straight leg. Yes, this is also good. Of course, to repeat the same exercise but with straight legs, you need flexibility. If you don't have enough flexibility, you will have very, very, very hard times kicking the straight leg up. So if you cannot do that with straight leg, it means probably you need to stretch more. And he also do the leg switch, pretty cool. Yeah, so basically he put together the exercise that he did before of the leg switch together with this new exercise, the slide. I really, really like this approach, and it's almost the same like I teach the flare in my method. How I teach the flare is basically the same. For me, I explain it more in a L sit, so with the hips a little lower. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier than staying with the hips so high like he does, especially if you're not so flexible and not so strong. But this is also a very, very good method. I prefer this method than any other tutorial that I've seen until now, actually. So, sliding forward, one leg should be very straight up, and the hips are high, not sitting on the floor. In his method, in my method, I would say you can even sit a little bit with the hips at first, just at the beginning, just to get used to it, and then switch like this. Switch the legs. Very good. And then moving the weight to the opposite hand and ending the round. So yeah, basically you need to repeat this step, like slide and switch, slide and switch. At first they can be two separate movements. So you can do 1, 2, 1, 2. But then gradually with time, they should become faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then they should become smoother, like 1. Not anymore 1, 2, but only one smooth movement, like this, instead of doing ta, ta. So this is just a matter of practice. Just drill it, drill it, drill it, drill it, drill it, until it becomes very smooth. And here he's showing the flare. Look at his hips, so high hips. In order to get so high with the hips, you need to be flexible. It's all about flexibility here. It's not about technique, it's not about strength, it's all about flexibility. Of course, if you have a good technique and also good amount of strength, it will be even easier. So flare basically is a combination between three things: good flexibility, good strength, and good body control and body awareness. If you have these three things, you have big chances of getting a very dope flare. If you lack one of these three things, your flare maybe cannot be that great, especially if you lack flexibility, because in my opinion flexibility is the number one. So high. Finish your training every time with sample dips. In this one, I wouldn't say dips are necessary, because in flares we never bend our arms. In the dips, when we do this movement here and pushing, it's similar to doing push-ups actually. We're working a lot with our tricep, also with our pecs. But in the flare, the pecs and the triceps are not so stimulated. It's mainly about the shoulders because our arms are straight all the time. So, in my opinion, instead of doing dips, it would be more efficient to do L-sits and tuck planches, or maybe press to handstand. Press to handstand maybe is even better. And or to focus more on stretching if you lack of flexibility. So it depends on case by case. So for example, if you lack of flexibility, instead of doing workouts, I would rather focus on stretches. So finish your training with more stretching. If you lack of strength but you have good flexibility, then finish your training with strength exercises. But in my opinion, I wouldn't choose this one, the dips. I would rather choose as I said, the L-sit or the tuck planche or the press to handstand or even all three together. And the dips, this exercise here, is good if you want to do like tricks combination, freezes combination. For example, if from the Taro freeze you want to learn how to push up with bent arm, starting from bent arm, going to straight arms. But if for movements where the arms are straight all the time, I would rather focus on strength movements where the arms are straight all the time. Okay, I like this tutorial. This is the second part, so we split this video in two parts. Let's see the second. I think in the first one he focused mainly on the front part of the flare. Now he's focusing on the back part. Step 1, 5 to 10 back transfer. Back transfer to flare. This is a very good exercise to learn how to do multiple flares. But he's doing it very, very high, which is hard. So for me, I wouldn't recommend to do this exercise that is showing with this execution that is showing so high, vertical up, because it's gonna be so hard. So start lower first. Start with your hips lower, similar to a tuck planche, so where your hips is very low. And then when you can do it, you can progress by lifting up your hips more like he's doing here in this video. But not immediately. Yeah, he's so high. Look, he's almost like, basically he's in a handstand actually. If you start immediately like this, probably you're gonna fail. Oh, this is also very good. I also show this exercise here, like a 2-step or 3-step or how you want to call it, to the back part of the flare. This is very useful, and I used to do this exercise a lot. Actually, I didn't use this exercise specifically, but I used to train a lot my footworks to the flare. So I used to do, like, for example, 6-step or 2-step or 3-step or any footwork to flare with this same technique by swinging and trying to go up high and then entering the flare, but not so high like him. So high like him is so hard, so I would recommend to be lower at first and then to get higher with time. So useful exercise. Okay, this one I also recommend it. It's a very good exercise, but even here, the way he does it is so clean and so good. At first, I wouldn't start like this. I think you should start lower and with a little bit less momentum, just to get used to the movement. Later on, when you get more familiar with the movement, you can do it like he does it, like adding more momentum and more height and more speed. But in the beginning, start very slowly and very low, just to get used to it. Because from my experience, all people who rush a lot and start very strong with a lot of momentum, usually they're gonna hit a plateau and they are gonna fail. They're just gonna start very strong and fail, start very strong and fail. I'd rather start lighter and then being able to perform at least one round of flare and then evolving with time. So clean. So powerful. yeah, these are the exercises that I recommend. So in the previous tutorial I recommended dips for the front part of the flare, but actually L-seats are better instead of practicing the dips. So now it makes sense. Now he's doing the tuck planche for the back part of the flare and the press to handstand for the back part of the flare. This makes sense actually, but the dips didn't make too much sense in my opinion, because as I say, the dips work on the shoulder, yeah, but also on the tricep and on the pec. If you want to isolate the shoulders and the core more, the L-seats are a better exercise. Or even better if you can do it the V-seat. V-seat, and you can do the V-seat and also swing your legs in the V-seat a little bit. It will be so intense for your core, for your hip flexors, and also for your shoulders, because you need to push your shoulders down. And also your trapezius, this muscle here. Okay. So that was it. These were the 2 flare tutorials by Demon, and I have to say, until now they are my favorite. They are my favorite flare tutorials on YouTube, not considering my own tutorials, of course. But yeah, they are my favorite because he's the only one who really show and explain the leg switch. No other tutorial really show how to do the leg switch. They just use the momentum, and then with the momentum they say you need to kick and you need to switch the legs, but for most people it doesn't work like that. I mean, they will try but they will fail. They will try but they will fail. But you need to isolate the movement. You need to practice the leg switch separately, not just with momentum. And let's move. And then, yeah, I also like the exercises that he's showing. The only thing I would change is the dips. This dips exercise. Yeah, they can be useful, of course, but he could choose some more specific exercise for the flare. That, in my opinion, is the L-sit. And now let's move on, and I will react to flare progressions. So I don't know these guys. I just saved some of them I know them actually. I just saved some videos, and yeah, let me just find out. My 6-month flare progression. Let's see. Wait. Let me see it again. Actually pretty good. If these are his first attempts, they are already pretty good. He can already switch the legs in the air, which is pretty uncommon. He can already do 1 round. I don't think these are his first attempts though. It looks like someone who already practiced the flare a little bit. Not someone who... Oh yeah, of course, he can already do 1 round. So probably he didn't show the real beginning of his journey. Actually, he already, if he is at this point, he can do 1 flare in this way. I think he already did pretty much the most of the effort, you know. The first part is the most difficult in my opinion for the flare, so being able to end the first round. Now he can already do the first round, so from here on the journey is gonna be smooth, usually, for most people, because most people get stuck in the front part of the first round, or maybe in the ending part of the first round. With this form that he's using now, he could already continue with multiple flares actually. I don't know why he stops after the first round, but he can totally continue. 1. Yeah, why he stops? Okay, a tip for you guys, if you are at this point with the flare like this guy here, actually don't stop here like he's doing now. Don't do only 1 round and then stand up. Try to continue. If you cannot do another flare, try to do the initial part of the flare. So try to do 1 round and then the slide. 1 round and then slide a little bit. 1 round and then slide a little bit, almost as if you want to enter the second round. Or alternatively, try to do 1 round of flare to some footworks. So for example, 1 step, 2 step, 6 step, any footwork is okay. So in this way you are gonna learn how to continue the momentum. Yeah, don't stop here, just keep going. he's trying to do on the back part. Oh, okay, here the problem is that, as you can see, he's doing the first round and then he's entering the second one, but I can clearly notice that he didn't practice very well the first round just to the entrance, to the slide of the second, because here at the second round he's almost not sliding the foot on the floor anymore. But it would be much easier if this foot is a little bit more on the floor and if he slide more on the floor. So he will kill the momentum a little bit, but it's okay to kill the momentum when you're just learning, because you don't want the movement to be too fast and you don't know what is going on. You want the movement to be slow and controlled at first, and then the momentum and the speed can be added later on with time. So here you can clearly see he doesn't have enough control of this amount of speed and he falls. Because in the previous clips he didn't practice one round to the slide, to the entrance. So he should try to slide here and then it will be much easier. Okay, getting better, getting better. Nice, he basically did 2 rounds already. Nice. One thing is doing a little bit wrong. He's not kicking the left leg high enough. As you can see, wait, I'm gonna try to pause the video. Here this leg should already be higher, and also here, this foot here should be over his head. Now, oh, there is even one line. You can see his head is almost at this line, and the foot, the ankle actually, is also under, both the head and the ankle are under this line here. Actually the foot or the ankle should be a little bit higher. And here, as you can see, on this second leg, this leg is so much higher. So this foot is here, way above this straight line here, but the first foot is nowhere close to this height. It would be better in a flare if you kick both legs at the same height. So first leg here, and then second leg also here. But instead he's doing here, and then here. Here, and then here. So one leg is kicking only here, and one leg is kicking here. So his flare will look like this, very asymmetrical. I don't like this type of form so much. Many people do this mistake. It would be better kick your leg at this height, and then with the second leg, try to reach the same height. Yeah, also in the second round, I can pause the video. Yeah, as you can see, this foot is not so high, but this foot is so high. And again, this foot here is not kicking high enough. And this second leg, okay, now he's losing momentum, so also this leg now in the second round is lower because he's kind of like ending the flare. Nice that he's practicing combo. I would like to see him going to flare again after the windmill, or after any other move actually. Oh, getting better. Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, very nice. I like that he's practicing combos. Nice. I think he should also improve his flexibility, because when he does flares, you can clearly see he doesn't open the legs too much, and also he doesn't push his hips too high. So he can practice more pancake stretch and shoulder extension stretch. Nice. Nice, flare again. Good, very good. This is so useful to train like this. Doing flare to some other moves and from some other moves. Okay, basically the way he practices is just doing multiple flares and doing combos. This is a good way to learn moves. Just one thing is missing, in my opinion. I don't know if he's doing it, but he didn't show in this video maybe. But I'm gonna now that I'm watching these videos, I'm gonna assume people are practicing like they show in these videos. Of course, I cannot fully know 100%, but I'm gonna assume like this. Um, so he's practicing multiple rounds, good. He's practicing combos, good. The third thing that he misses is practicing 1 or 2 rounds only by trying to fixing his mistake in the technique. In his case, he should focus a little more on the left leg, kicking it higher, and try to spread the legs more and getting higher on the front part and on the back part. Flexibility here could be a limiting factor. I'm not sure about his flexibility because he didn't show stretching, of course. This is just a flare video. Maybe he should focus more on stretching as well. But if flexibility is not so much a limiting factor, I would focus more on cleaning the technique in the first few rounds, together also with practicing combos and with practicing multiple rounds. So, for example, at the beginning of the training, he could practice multiple flares to warm up. Even with bad form, it's still okay. Just practice the stamina in multiple flares, then practice combos, it's very good. And then at the end of the training, focus a little more on technique. When your body is a little bit more warm, try to do 1 round only, or maybe only 2 rounds, but with more power, more explosivity, and also try to kick the leg more and try to get higher on the front part and on the back part. This would be the best way to practice. This 6 months progression. Also, of course, we don't know how much he practiced in these 6 months. It can be 1 time a week, it can be 7 times a week, it can be 30 minutes a day, it can be 7 hours a day, we don't know. So we cannot really judge people's progress, but we can just see what they are doing. Oh, pretty good here. It looks like his form improved a little bit. Okay, pretty nice, I would say. Now another video. Oh, I think this guy is the same guy who also did the air flare progression and also the air chair progression. Let me. Oh yeah, Mario. What is his name? Also nice animation. Did he do it? Marius. B-boy Marius. Love you, Mario. Love you. This guy's pretty good. Okay, already good form. Already good, actually. Here is not ideal where he is practicing. His form is good, actually. His technique is also good, but the environment is not the best idea. But of course, it depends on people. Situation and possibility. If someone has no other way to practice, it's better practicing here than not practicing at all. So respect to him for practicing flares here. It's so hard. Oh, what did he write? I want legend. Oh, he wrote in French, so I cannot really understand. Nice that he wrote the months, October 2010. He's already doing so good, actually. Here, in this guy, you can clearly see he has more flexibility than the previous guy, because as you can see, this first leg is very high. His legs opening is also pretty wide. Here, he has a very good V. Also, his hips is not so low like here, but is already a little bit higher. Here, he can improve a little bit the kicking. But yeah, he has a pretty good pike. He has a pretty good pike flexibility and also decent shoulder extension from what I can see. Oh, very good here. Look at the opening. His leg is starting too high, but the opening here is pretty dope. Yeah, pretty nice. Oh, here already many months have passed. He's practicing everywhere, any place.
That I got the flip.
Oh, nice. Mm. Wow. He got much better in short time actually. Here he's a little bit closing his legs in the back. As you can see here, the legs are not so wide. In order to avoid that, it would be better practicing combos more. This is a common problem for those who practice flare too much, but they don't practice combos too much because they rush to do the next flare. So they don't do one full flare until the end with leg spread, but they try to do one flare and immediately enter in the second, one flare and immediately entering the next one. To avoid that, you should really practice combos like flare to turtle freeze, spreading your legs, flare to windmill in order to open the legs in the back part and kick for the windmill, or flare to swipes, flare to headstand, flare to head spin, and even flare to elbow freeze, flare to elbow track, depending on the moves you can do. So whatever moves you can do, try to connect it with flares. In this video he's not showing any combo at all, so I'm not sure, maybe he doesn't practice combos, maybe yes, but he's not showing. But from his form I can kinda assume that he didn't practice combos so much from his flare form. His flare is becoming better though.
While I was practicing
In the front part he has a very good form already.
the movie,
In the back part he's closing his legs. Usually, as I said, this is due to not practicing combos enough.
and began to be wider and see more move.
The front part is becoming so good. How long is this video? Oh, we are not even halfway. Is he not practicing combos at all, or he's not just not showing them in this video? Very good flexibility. You can clearly see he's flexible for air chair. The way he positions his right arm for the flare, his tricep is very close to his lat muscle, and he's slightly bending his right arm. And he's also twisting a little bit his arm and his shoulder in external rotation. So people who are naturally flexible to do air chairs, usually they lean the tricep close to the lat muscle for the flare. They slightly bend the arm and they externally rotate. So in this direction, they externally rotate the arm a little bit to have a little bit an advantage in the flare, to kind of like lean a little bit in the flare. For me, I personally don't like this type of form too much, but it can be fixed actually. So I prefer an arm that is pushing backwards more, not really leaning on the side, but more like pushing away, pushing backwards. It makes the flare a little bit wider on the front part, but some people who can do good air chair and good flare can also do both versions. Pretty good
Most
form.
of the people were telling me that the form was great, I really wanted to keep improving it in the way to make it fit,
Nice.
especially with my
This is
left
already
leg,
over 1 year later,
which
if I'm
was
not wrong. 2 years, I think.
each
1 or 2 years later, I don't know. Nice. I would like to see doing some combos with flares, not only flare only. To really understand if he can connect, if he can use flares more with some other moves.
It's
Pretty
only
smooth.
during the summer 2012 that I finally
Oh,
understood how to keep my
wow,
the
here he's
summer
really opening
2012.
his legs very wide. Look at his legs, so wide, very flexible. Also his hips, are pretty high. Look at the distance between the hips, the butt here, and the floor. It's pretty high. And also here, he keeps his hips very high.
I finally understood how
Very
to keep
nice
my
form.
legs straight.
Also, the back part is becoming better now.
Shout out.
Let me stop at the back. Yeah, pretty good here. Pretty good leg shape here on the back.
People Q White or Laster at this moment. He was the one who played.
Oh, in the last round he opened the legs so much. Let me try to pause. Oh, look at his legs. Wow, that's crazy. Can he do splits? I would be curious if this guy can do splits or not. So good form.
At this moment, he was the one who gave me an advice that made me understand.
Oh,
Then
nice.
after the years, I kept improving.
So flexible, damn.
Slowly but surely.
When I see this flare, I really feel like I need to work on my flexibility more. Nice. His flare is getting slower but wider. Oh, here you can clearly see he's using the air chair even more. Wait, I'm gonna try to pause. Oh, here. Can you see? The arm is slightly bent. The tricep muscle is connecting to the lat muscle and is leaning a little bit in the flare. It's actually still good position. I would prefer a little bit pushing away with the shoulder and pushing the arm more straight, because in this case the hips can be even higher on the side part. But maybe some people, it's just a matter of personal taste. Maybe some people prefer this form, I don't know. But here on the front is so high and so good. The legs are so wide. Also here the side part is so good. The back part has improved a lot at this point. First he used to struggle with the back part, but now the back part is so strong. So respect. Here is using the air chair a little bit again. Really opening the legs. Yeah, very good. This is so clean actually. Nice.
Here it is today.
Oh, many years later.
I like the form even if
Oh, so clean.
especially
He really reminds me of Miracle Smile. Is it this the correct name? His form is really similar to Miracle Smile. And both of them can do very good air chairs. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. Oh, very good. Finally, he shows some combo. Nice.
of course I also practice.
Oh, on the other side as well.
So there is no
On the other side, he's not using the air chair form, probably because he cannot do air chair on the opposite arm, or he doesn't have enough flexibility in external rotation of the shoulder, this kind of rotation of the shoulder, to lean on the side. So good. Wow.
Here we are, guys.
So good, so good. So good job to Marius. I will move on to the next one. Wait, let me see. I also saved air flare progression for the next video. In this video I'm gonna just focus on flares progressions. Let me see this guy. 4 years ago, Siu Wing. Let's start. So funny that he's showing that he's looking at the tutorials at first. Did he watch my tutorials? I hope he watched my tutorials. He looks like he's starting clockwise, but then he goes counterclockwise. I can really see like he's still a beginner. But it's so nice. He's so nice that he is showing even the real start. You know, in the past two progressions, we couldn't really see the real starting point. They started the video that they could already do one flare or even a little bit, almost two flares, something like this. But he's really showing the real start. Oh, now he's spinning clockwise actually. Oh, not bad. I can see he has flexibility actually. The way he's pushing his hips and also the way his legs are spreading is pretty good, considering that he has almost no momentum at this point. If he would add more momentum and if he would adjust his technique, I'm pretty sure he can express his flexibility much better. What he needs to do here, as you can see, this right foot is not fully swinging in this direction. He's a little bit almost treading inside. So to have a better start, he should swing wider with this foot. Here, as you can see, the feet are very close together, but this leg should be more straight and the foot should be here, the back foot. The right foot should be around here, not here. But here, this part here is pretty good. Why he's doing a push-up? Many people are doing this exercise, one flare, one push-up, one flare, one push-up, but actually it's not so efficient, guys. It depends what is your goal. If your goal is about stamina, maybe a little bit, but I'd rather practice combos instead of doing this exercise. If your goal is building strength, there are better strength exercises that you can do. If your goal is improving flares, there are better flare exercises that you can do. So there is no really a good point to practice flare to push up to flare to push up. There is no really, maybe it looks cool a little bit. It looks like you're doing something a little bit creative and a little bit like working hard, I don't know. But it's not really efficient for any reason, actually. There are much better things you can do, depending on your goal. Oh, he's still doing the one push-up thing. Okay, in this point, instead of doing the push-up, it will be, if you want to learn multiple flares, it will be more efficient to already try to connect the flare with a footwork, as I said before, because he can already do one round, basically. Look, I'm gonna pause the video. So here, from here, you can already almost complete one round. So instead of going to a push-up position, I would rather go in a footwork from here. From here, you can completely and easily go to a 6-step or to a 3-step or to any other footwork. That will be way more efficient to keep the momentum of the flare going and also to learn how to keep using the arms and the shoulder, you know, because in the footworks, the shoulders and the torso movement is so similar to the flare. So instead of doing a push-up, which is completely different, because you need to bend your arms and you need to go down, something that in the flare we are not doing at all. Instead of doing a push-up, just keep going with footworks or with some other things. He's really going with this exercise, push-up. Actually, if you want to practice push-ups, you can practice push-ups. There's nothing wrong in them, but the most efficient way would be practicing push-up separately from flares. So practice, if your goal is to learn multiple flares or to improve your flare, practice flares or try some exercises with flares, for example, flare to headstand, flare to footworks, flare to swipe, or even just multiple flares. If your goal is building strength, like for the push-up, just do at the end of the training maybe 5 sets of 10 push-ups, 15 push-ups, something like this. And at the end of the training, don't do like this, okay? Oh, his legs are pretty wide here. Let me check again. Oh, yeah. His legs are so wide. So, yeah, I can clearly see he has good flexibility. Also, his hips are pretty high. If he adjusts his technique a little bit, he could have very good flares. I'm pretty curious about the ending of the video, if his flare is good, because he has talent, actually. He has potential to have a great flare. He's still doing the same mistake on the start. I'm gonna show you here. So this position is good. Here, as you can see, it's not good. This leg should be more extended here. He's almost treading inside. So this position here is not that good. Just extend the leg more, and then this leg can kick up a little bit higher. The front position is pretty good, but the starting position here is not so good. Also, one more thing that he is not doing that I would really recommend doing is not leaning the last hand on the floor. This is so common. Almost everybody do this mistake when learning the first round. So everybody's doing like this. They end the round and this hand stays here in the air. But the purpose of learning one round is to later on continue to multiple rounds, right? One of the common mistakes is the arms and the hand placement. Many people cannot continue the flare because they don't know how to place, they don't know the rhythm in the arms. If he gets used to lean this hand on the floor immediately, it will be much easier for him to learn how to continue with multiple rounds of flare. So don't end the flare with this hand in the air, but lean it on the floor. 1, 2, and then yeah, he like this. Oh, this is good. Actually, he could do this already from the beginning because he had a good enough form to practice this second round months before, you know. So I think he a little bit wasted his time to practice this push-up thing and to practice one round only, where he could progress a lot faster if he tried to do multiple rounds like this. Even by stopping with the foot here on the floor is still okay. Oh, nice. What happened? Nice. It doesn't mean if they're, it doesn't matter if they're crappy. It's good that he's just keep going. Actually, now he's practicing more correctly than before. Now he's just trying to do multiple rounds, even though he stops. This is the good way to practice flares. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to wait for the first round to be perfect, but you need to keep going and keep trying to do multiple rounds until you reach, I would say, 10 or even over 10. After learning over 10 rounds, then focus on fixing the form and adjusting the details. Or, as I said before, you can do it at the same time. So you can practice, you can train by doing one thing, doing multiple flares, second thing, doing combos, third thing, practice only one round or 2 rounds by fixing the form. You can do all the things together in the same training if you have enough time, of course. Oh, a little mistake that I see, his hands are a little bit on the front. He should turn his hands to the side. It would be much easier to extend the hips forward more. Oh, nice. Ooh, nice. Yes, good legs flexibility. Is it done? Oh. Yeah, he didn't practice on the optimal floor. I would like to see how long ago was this video? 4 years ago. I want to see his channel if he posted any other video, if he is improved, because as I said, he had talent actually. 1 hour. Oh, this video is 1 month ago. Let's see this video. I want to know if his flare has improved or no. 1 hour intensive power move training. Let me see his flare. Oh, nice to see that he's doing combo. His flare start, he still didn't fix it though. So this is so good. But then as you can see here, he's already bending this leg. And here, oh, it's a little bit better than before, but this foot can be more extended, you know. He has very good legs flexibility, so why wasting this legs flexibility that he has? When you have an advantage, a physical advantage, you should use it at your advantage. So, for example, he has very good legs flexibility. He should use this legs flexibility to fully extend the legs. So I don't know why here he's not fully extending. I think it's just a habit that he need to get used to fix, but probably nobody told him, or probably he didn't focus on it, sorry. It's a pity because his flare could be much better. And also the hand placement is still a little bit on the front while he can be on the side. When we are doing a shoulder extension, our shoulder flexibility can express much better if we turn our shoulders and our hands sideways, a little bit externally. So if our shoulders are turned internally in this way and our hands are turned internally, there is not much flexibility that you can use by extending our hips high or forward. But if you turn our shoulder a little bit like this, and if we turn our hands like this, the hips can get much higher. The back part is getting better. Yeah, I can clearly see he has good flexibility even when he does windmill, even though the technique is not the best, but his flexibility is pretty good. Okay, let me go to the next. I'm gonna give him a like. Let me go to the next video. Like. My flare progression 2020. Breakdancing Singapore. Let's see again. 2018. Okay, it looks like he cannot achieve the first round, but he can switch his legs in the air. So he can lift up this leg and he can almost finish the round actually. He is already pretty close, I would say. Good. It's getting better. Oh, nice. I really like this. That even though his first round is not perfect, it looks like he just learned the first round. He's already trying to do multiple ones. This is so good. Nice. This is the correct way to do it, you know. Immediately start going for the second one. Nice, yes. Why now he's stopping? He's so close actually. Yeah, here instead of stopping, what I would do, so he arrived here and then he kinda gave up. He can still going. Actually here he just needs to move the right arm forward and then keep going with one more round. He can still do it, you know. Even though you completely lose the momentum, you just need to switch your arm placement and then still keep pushing, keep going. To get used both mentally but also physically to move your muscles, to move your legs, to move your hips, your whole body, to keep going. Many people, they just do one round or two rounds, they give up. No, just try to keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, yeah, like this, it was better. Oh, good. You can keep going more. Oh, stop, that's it. Okay. A little short video. This one is also short actually. Oh, this one has 30,000 views. Let's see, my progression 1 year breakdance, flare progression, sorry. Oh, he's spin counterclockwise. I can clearly see he has good flexibility. This guy is doing the same mistake as not the previous guy, but 2 guys ago. 2 guys ago. So you can clearly see he has good flexibility. Look at his hips. He has very good shoulder extension. His legs are also pretty wide. So he has both good shoulder extension and also pancake or legs flexibility, but he's not starting properly with the correct technique. He's not really using the full flexibility, and he's not extending this leg much. He can extend more. Oh, here he's extending more. No, here no. But here, oh yeah, here this is what I like. You see? Actually, he doesn't need to be with the foot in this way like a ballet dancer. He can also be like this. It's up to you as personal preferences. But this is much better. So I like that he immediately fix the issue. Oh, much better, much better. Good. Pretty good. Ah, pretty good. Ooh, straddle planche. Nice. 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 He can kick his first leg, in his case the right leg, a little bit higher. He can use his flexibility a little more. Now in the first round he kicked pretty high here. Oh, combos. Good. Good. When you try to do the straddle planche or any type of planche after the flare, I would rather try to be a little bit lower with the hips, but straighten my arms completely instead of bending the arms. Why? Because bending the arms can give you a little bit of a bad habit when you want to learn flare to handstand, for example, or flare to air flare. If you are getting used to bending your arm, you will have a little bit hard times to do the flare to air flare, for example, with a correct form. So I would rather focus on being a little lower with the hips, but completely straight with the arms. It will be more efficient. Oh, nice. Oh, the form is getting wider here. Better form. It looks bigger and wider. Oh, that's it. Okay, let me see. Flare. This video is just flare progression. B-boy Devo. Let me see. I felt I didn't have enough body condition and strength to success at this power move. November 2014. Oh, also this guy flexibility looks very good. Oh, nice start. Nice start. Almost everybody in these progression videos, they directly show that they can almost already do the first round. It would be nice to see how they got to this point. So, because in my opinion, it's more interesting to see how they learned the first round than seeing how to progress from the first round to many rounds, you know. This is pretty good. What you should do is leaning this hand on the floor. Instead of staying on one arm like this, is leaning this hand on the floor and try to continue or try to push up. Yeah, he's never leaning the right hand on the floor. So I decided to start practicing on body lifting. What is body lifting? Drills. It means like kind of like calisthenics, in order to get stronger. For actually, it looks like he has strength already because he can do the first round pretty well. So it's not a matter of strength. It's just a matter of just keep practicing and technique, you know. He has a good flexibility and good strength to do the first round. If strength would be a problem, he couldn't even do the first round, you know. People who have not enough strength for flares, they cannot even do one round. If you can do one round, you already have enough strength and flexibility. Flexibility maybe it depends, but enough strength, yes. Sorry. Press to handstand. This is very good for flares, especially for flare to handstand actually. Frog to handstand. This is not so useful because you bend your arms. It would be better tuck planche because in the flare we don't need to bend our arms. Let's practice again. Actually, he could practice immediately. He didn't need these drills too much. Flares more, I would say more flexibility, but it depends person by person. So for example, as I said in other videos, you need to do 4 tests. One is pancake stretch test, one is shoulder extension test, one is L-sit test, and one is tuck planche test. 2 of these tests are flexibility related, 2 of these tests are strength related. Try to do all 4 and see which ones you lack. So for example, if you can do good L-sit and good tuck planche, but you cannot do the pancake stretch very well, you cannot touch your feet or move forward with your upper body, and you have not good shoulder extension angle, then flexibility in your specific case will be more important than strength. But if you have very good flexibility, you can go very deep in the pancake, you have very good shoulder extension, but you struggle to do a L-sit and you struggle to do a tuck planche, then in your case, strength would be more important than flexibility for flares. So it depends on individuals, you know. People who have more flexibility, they need more strength for flares. People who have strength, they need more flexibility, maybe, for flares. If you have both, you don't need anything, you just need the technique and you just need to practice flares more. Hi, Dorji, walk more. Oh, finally, he's doing multiple rounds, and he's in Spain, he changed country. One. So now the way he is practicing is not optimal, because his first round is already pretty good. So he should immediately start focusing on doing multiple rounds, not even 2, even more than 2. But he's focusing too much on the first round. I don't know what is his goal at the moment. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to get higher in the flare? Is he trying to make the first round cleaner? I'm not sure what his goal is, but in most cases, the first goal should be to do multiple rounds immediately. So 1, pretty good. Why he stops? He can continue. Okay, even here he can continue even more. Actually, he doesn't need to stop. Yeah, keep going. Why he stops? It looks like from what I see, I'm not sure about his mindset, but it looks like he's focusing. He wants to make sure the first few rounds are clean, and then he wanna try to add one more round. But as I say before, instead of doing like this, it would be better to have the opposite mindset, the opposite approach. Do multiple rounds first, even if you stop, even if it's almost awkward. He's also practicing alone, so he doesn't need to be embarrassed for someone watching. He can just keep doing multiple rounds, very ugly rounds, and then it would be so much faster and so much easier to fix. Hey, Tuna Tom Town. It's nice that he's doing two, but he can do even more. King Maxu. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. One. Why he stops? I don't understand. Oh, he's connecting footworks. Very good. Flare to windmill. Very good. Very good. He could try to go to flare again, actually. Nice. Keep going. Why he stops? I don't get why he stops all the time. Two. Oh, finally, 3 rounds. Nice. Okay, now he's practicing a little better. At least he's trying to. Okay, no, he didn't try. But I think usually he's trying to continue with multiple rounds. 2, 3, oh, 4, almost 4. Yeah. So that's better than before, of course. But he could try to do this from the beginning. He already had a good form in the first round, so in my opinion, he a little bit wasted his initial time. On the following months, from August to mid-October, I experienced slight improvement. At some points, I got worse. It would be interesting to know why he got worse. He can do even more. He doesn't need to stop. Get flexible in pancake, get L-sit and tuck planche, and then it's just too consistent practice. Yes, correct. And also shoulder extension. I really don't understand what he's trying to do. Sometimes he's doing only one round, sometimes he's doing multiple rounds, but the form is still the same. So why? What is the purpose of doing this? Yeah, for example, now, what is he trying to do? I don't understand. For me, these 3 attempts that he just did are kind of like a waste of energy. What was his intention here? I don't get his intention, you know? I don't think he's trying to kick higher or to make it more powerful or to make it more extended or to open the legs more. It still looks the same as before, but he's just doing 1 round instead of 3. But this first round was still good enough to do multiple ones. So I don't get why he stops. He do 1 round and he stops. You know, it's kind of like, imagine this. You want to practice writing, you know, you want to practice calligraphy. To practice calligraphy, you should write a lot. Probably you can also focus on just letters, doing one letter to improve, but practicing to write a lot will make you more consistent, will make you improve faster. Like when you are learning to write, you know, as a kid. But it's kind of like he's writing 1 letter and then he stop, taking a break a little bit, and then writing another letter and stop like this. It would be way more efficient. You just keep writing the words instead of writing 1 letter and stopping, writing 1 letter and stopping. Just write the full word, just write the full sentence. So do multiple rounds until the end and then stop and take a break. And then again, try to do many rounds, multiple rounds, and then stop. Sorry, I cannot speak French. I'm sorry. 1 round. Yeah, I don't understand. Of course, I cannot really blame him because I don't know who taught him, if he learned by himself or if he had a teacher. or someone, I don't know. Maybe people, this is not so intuitive, you know. I would really like to know his intention here. So frustrating. What is wrong? What is he frustrated about? It would be nice if here in the video he would write a little more his thoughts, his objectives, and why now he's doing only one round. I don't understand. Or two rounds this time. No, no worries, no worries. Oh, that's good. You can even do windmill to flare. Actually, he even looks like flexible. So if he would practice in the correct way, his flare progress will be so smooth and so good because he already have enough flexibility and enough basics, and also a good windmill to flare already. So he could already immediately start practicing flare to windmill to flare many times. That's good, actually. I really don't understand what is he trying to do. Why is he practicing? He keeps practicing one round only. I guess he want to improve the flare, the one around the flare form. I don't know. But sometimes he's doing two rounds. So what is? I notice kind of like people who practice the air flare are doing this. Are doing only one round and stopping. Only one round and stopping. Maybe he's overthinking something. I'm not sure. Maybe he's overthinking some details that are not necessary at all because his flare is already good. He should just keep going. Maybe my theory my theory is he's maybe a little bit of a overthinker. Is thinking too much of something. But I cannot really know. I should ask him directly, but I cannot really know. Heat it up, November 2000. So, as you can see here, in this first round, as a result of practicing too many times one round, he's not good anymore in the weight shifting. So he's staying too long on this arm because he gets kind of like a bad habit of practicing one round for too long. And when you do this, you have this problem. I see this in so many b-boys that they stay with the weight on one arm too long, while they should lean the other arm on the floor very quickly, because the flare is all about arm movement very quickly. Even when you do multiple rounds, now it's good actually. Sometimes he's overstaying on his left hand. Now it's good. I really don't understand. Oh, now it's better. Oh, good that he's starting from the back. Good that he's doing combos. It looks like finally now maybe he start practicing in the correct way. Oh, now finally he started to practice in the correct way. Why he didn't do this before? Oh, so good, so good. How long is still the video? Still short way to go. So good. Now he's practicing in the good way. If he tried to practice like this from the beginning, it would be his progress would be much faster. All good. Here is he wrote like he practicing not touching the floor. If you want to practice not touching the floor, still do multiple rounds. So for example, you can do the first round without touching the floor, but then if you start touching the floor, keep going, don't stop. So now he's doing only 2 rounds. Let's see. One, and then 2, and then he start touching the floor with 1 foot here, so he stops. Instead of stopping, it would be better to still do 3 rounds, so 1 more or 2 more, even by sliding. This will improve the flare faster. 1, 2, and then he stops. I want to see his channel also to see if he posted any new video and if he has improved. I will give him a like to support. It's just the lack of muscle memory, the lack of confidence that they will make the second round, I think. Yeah, maybe it's a lack of confidence, I'm not sure. Oh, he's also learning air chair hops. I want to see, because I'm also learning air chair hops. High flare on the one arm balance. Oh, let's see this one. Let's see. This is some years later compared to the previous video. Let's see if he has improved. Okay, looks wider, but he's still doing 1 round. Why? Why? He's not using his right arm. As you can see, this arm is leaning on the floor too late, so his hips cannot fully be up because he's using only 1 arm to go up. So he's kind of like doing a flare to reverse 90 almost. That is so hard. Actually, to get up from the flare, you need to use 2 hands, not only 1 arm, you know. But as you can see, wait, I'm gonna try to pause the video. He stayed too long on this arm. So here, these hands should almost be on the floor already, but he's fully pushing with 1 arm, and then this hand here is, the video is so blurry, but he's still not fully leaning on the floor, this hand, but the legs are already going almost for the first round. If he's able to catch a little bit earlier with both hands, he can press with both arms up to go to a flare to handstand, but instead he's using only 1 arm to push up to the handstand. It's so hard to do like this. Let's see here. Yeah, as you can see here, he's pushing with 1 shoulder only. Yeah, as you can see, he's trying to lift himself up with 1 arm only, basically. This makes things so hard. I would recommend to practice flare to handstand. To headstand. Flare to headstand or flare to handstand also, to try to learn how to lean both hands on the floor. Yeah, he's not even leaning the hand on the floor. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Let me see his air chair ops, I'm pretty curious. Oh, nice. He has very good flexibility. Oh, he only do 1. He has pretty good flexibility, so I'm pretty sure he can learn them if he wants. Flare progression. Let's go ahead. Okay, now I'm gonna react to B-Boy Rice. He's my friend from Malaysia. I already know, I don't remember this video, even though I already liked him, so I already seen this video, but I don't remember. But I know how his flare looks like now. Now he's pretty good in power move, this guy. So shout out to him, my friend, B-Boy Rice, and let's see his flare progress. From 2014 to 2020. Oh, he talks, so let me higher the volume.
Rice, I'm from Malaysia. I represent. I'm Kaio East to West. I've been breaking since 2012. So here's my flare progression video. It's from 2014 to 2020. Keep in mind that my flares are far from perfect, can be much higher, and I could be way better at combos, but I hope you enjoy it regardless. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it!
Okay. Been practicing flares for about a year before this. Oh. I want people to show their first, maybe they didn't film themselves, you know. Actually for me too, I don't have clips of me trying the first flare attempts. I don't have them, unfortunately. I would like to have my first flare clips where when I could already do multiple flares. Unfortunately, I don't even have one clip of me doing only one flare because at that time I didn't film myself. I didn't even have a camera at that time, and even my phone didn't have a camera at that time, so I couldn't really film myself. That's such a pity. I would like to see myself doing my first flare. Oh, I just remember one thing. Actually, there is one video on YouTube of me doing one flare only when I wasn't able to do multiple flares, I think. It's a battle. It's a very, very old battle, but I don't know if I can see this clip. I want to find it. Maybe later in the live stream, I don't know. Oh, already pretty good, actually. Oh, nice that he is already trying to continue. He's almost doing like a swipe. It looks like a swipe. Oh. First two flares. Oh, pretty good. He immediately started practicing multiple rounds. This is very good. Everybody should do this. This is good, actually. To even multiple rounds to combo. This is the good way to practice. 1, 2, and then windmill, and then flare again. 1, 2, and windmill again, and flare. Yeah! Guys, this is a good example on how to practice flares, or how to practice any move. Very good example. So good. First 5 flares. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And almost 6 actually. Side freeze, windmill, flare. So good. Why practicing combos is so important? Because in combos you can improve both the single moves that are inside the combo, plus you practice the transition itself. So for example, if you practice windmill to flare multiple times, you're practicing both the flare to the windmill and also the windmill to the flare. Plus you're practicing the flare, you're practicing the windmill, and you're also practicing your stamina. So you're practicing so many things at the same time. You're gonna save a lot of time. That's why most of b-boys who are crazy with power moves, like the Russian kids, the Chinese kids, you can see that even when they are young and very, very young, and they are still not so high level in power moves, they practice combos a lot. Even if they look not perfect, not clean, they do a lot of combos. Maybe I can find some very old videos of b-boy Malish, for example. When he was a very, very young kid, you can see he's doing like a windmill to hello to head spin, going up to the spinning handstand, and keep doing combos. Even though his form was not that good at that time. Actually, his level is pretty low, but he still tried to do combos, you know. Probably he had a good teacher. This is the most efficient way to practice power moves. Don't do one round only of one power move and stop and then try again. This is the worst, really the worst way to practice power moves. But most of people do like this. Probably because they don't know. Also because it's a little bit easier to do, you know, because practicing combos require a lot of stamina, so it makes you feel like tired. But actually this feeling of being tired comes only in the initial part when you're not well conditioned. But if you keep training like this, you will get a good condition, and then stamina will not be an issue anymore, you know. Ooh, 15 flares already. Wait, I feel like b-boying is dying practice, which is so sad because I'm new to it and it's already declining popular. Unfortunately, it's true. Even in, for example, if you go on Google Trends is a website when you can write any word and you can see through the years how many people search this word on Google. So for example, you can write breakdance, or you can write, I don't know, even a name of a brand or a name of a game, for example GTA, I don't know, and you can see over the years how many people search this word online. And you may notice that I will show you directly. Wait, let me see. Google Trends. So here, wait, my Wi-Fi is not working properly. Okay, I will write breakdance, and then here I have Italy as a default, but now this is in Italian. This means worldwide, so I'm gonna search worldwide, and then here is the time. So this is last 24 hours. I would say from 24 until now. This is from 2004, sorry, because before 2004 they don't have data because Google was still not a thing before 2004. And this is the Google search. So as you can see, 2004, on average, this is the number of people searching the word breakdance on Google. It's around 80 people. And as you can see, this is the decline in popularity. Now here it had a big spike, probably because of Olympics, I guess. I think this is the Olympics time. And here it's keep declining. Here it's getting a little bit more popular. I don't know why, but so little compared to many years ago. So breakdance, biggest popularity was probably around 2005. Before that we don't know because we don't have data to compare. So we cannot really know. But this is pretty sad. This is pretty sad to see. We can also compare other words together. For example, let's write calisthenics. And you can compare breaking with calisthenics. So as you can see, breaking is the blue, calisthenics is the red. Breaking is falling in popularity. It has a huge spike here, probably because of the Olympics. Calisthenics back in the days has so low popularity, but now around 10 years ago it started getting as popular as breaking, and now it's getting much more popular than breaking, and it's even growing more. Let's see another thing. For example, let's see skating. Skateboard, not skating, because skating can be also ice skating on other things. Oh, skating is much more popular actually. But even skating is declining in popularity. It had the same spike at the same time with breaking. So I guess this is the Olympics effect. Can you confirm that skateboard and breakdance were at the Olympics at the same time? If so, this spike in popularity of both disciplines at the same time would make sense. This was on July 24. Olympics 2024, which was the month? Let me see. Oh yeah, it was July. So yes, this is the Olympics, guys. This spike here is the Olympics. The yellow line is skating. So skating grew a lot in popularity just for few days in the Olympics time, or maybe 1 month, and breakdance the same. But even skating is declining, unfortunately. So as you can see, for example, calisthenics was not at the Olympics. In fact, it didn't have any spike in this area here because it didn't have any boost or any hype. But even though it didn't have any hype, it's still growing more than breaking. It's pretty sad that even from Olympics, breaking had this huge spike, but then it didn't keep growing after the Olympics. It's kind of like only a hype moment or a thing, or maybe it's the Reagan effect, I don't know. But yeah, pretty sad to see the decline of breaking, unfortunately. Let me see the comments. For combos, if my stepping arm is my right arm, which way should I rotate for flares and windmill? Clockwise. If your stepping arm is the right, usually most people step clockwise. There are also some exceptions. One example is B-Boy Taufik, written like this. B-Boy Taufik. If you search, I don't know if you can see the screen, this name here, B-Boy Taufik, like this B-Boy do everything in reverse. So he do the freeze on the, I don't remember which direction, let's say on the right, but it's being counterclockwise. You can also do like this, but it will make many moves harder. So I would recommend if you have your freezes on the right, you should practice any move clockwise. If you feel better practicing the moves counterclockwise, maybe you can practice your freezes on the left as well. For any beginner, I would recommend a little bit playing on both directions at first to really figure out which moves are better in which directions. But once you decide, make sure all the moves are in the same direction. Otherwise, you will have so hard times to learn how to connect, and also learn more advanced moves will be so hard if some moves are in one side and some other moves are on another side. This is problematic. It's really problematic. So please don't do like this. At first you can a little bit play with both sides, but then decide one clear direction you want to go and just choose this direction. So yeah, this is the sad story about breaking. And let me continue watching the video. Yeah, calisthenics went up in the recent years. I also don't know why exactly. There is one thing I noticed in calisthenics compared to breaking. In calisthenics, there are a lot of very high-level athletes who are also kind of like social media influencers. Like they do a lot of content on Instagram and even vlogs on YouTube. In breaking, we don't see this very often. So, for example, not many professional b-boys and very high-level b-boys do a lot of content on Instagram or a lot of content on YouTube. This is a little bit a pity because one, they can help boost the discipline a little more to new users. They can kind of like grow their fan base. Second, they can earn more money. It will be beneficial for them because if they become like more influencers, let's say, they can have more sponsors and more opportunities for themselves. So it's a little bit a pity that many professional b-boys, they don't care so much about their social media. There are some exceptions. For example, b-boy Shigekix, for example, is pretty good in using social media. His Instagram is pretty good, actually. In fact, he has very good status, and he also have very good sponsors. And he also tried to do some vlogs in the past, and now he's doing also vlogs with his crew. Also some other Japanese b-boy, even Ishin is also doing vlogs on YouTube. But many other b-boys, they don't do anything on social media. They just post randomly on Instagram, but it's not enough, you know. Oh, so good form. Oh. Wow, 22? You can clearly see the difference in progression between this video and the previous video I seen with this guy practicing one round too frequently. You can see his progression, b-boy Rise here, is so smooth. So he's progressing all the time, and he can do combos, and he can also do many flares. Now he's doing 22 even. 22 is a very good number actually, and his form is also improving. While the other guy got stuck for so long in this one round and he never improved, because he should have forced himself to do multiple rounds from the beginning. As you saw from the beginning, Rise, I will rewind a little bit. Look here, even though here he's touching, his form is very bad, I would say. He's touching with this foot on the floor. He still keep going. I used to do the same thing when my form was very bad and I just start practicing like him, the same thing. I would still try to keep going, and this made me learn the flare so fast. I learned the first 10 rounds in just around 3 months. First 10 rounds in only around 3 months. And then it was just a matter of keep practicing, and then my flare got much better, and I learned 15 rounds, 20 rounds, and so on, because I just kept pushing, kept spinning, and also kept practicing combos, exactly the same like Rice is doing now. While you saw the other guy is practicing one round stopping, and he got stuck so long time. So let me go back here. Ooh, so high. B-Boy H. Oh, I don't know B-Boy H. I need to research. Ooh. So good. So good. Actually, you can see he's improving his flare, but at the same time he's improving his overall power move level. It's really nice to see. Flares, pretty crazy. Okay, let me skip a little bit. He still tried to keep going. Look, even here, he's keep going. That's so good, actually. 2017. Ooh. So good. Ooh, let me see this combo again. Hello. Nice. So smooth. Ooh. Guys, this is how to practice power moves. Keep doing combos. Windmill, hello, flare. Windmill, hello, flare multiple times. You're gonna improve more than three things at the same time. You're gonna improve your windmill, you're gonna improve your hello, you're gonna improve your flare, you're gonna improve your windmill to flare, your hello to flare, your stamina. So you're gonna improve so many things in just one combo. Whoa, let me see this combo again. Nice. So basically he's just evolving the combo that he did before. I really like this concept, you know. Before he used to do windmill to hello to flare to windmill to hello to flare multiple times. Once he really mastered this combo, it was already pretty clean. He also practiced flare to air flare separately, and then he put these two things together. So he practiced windmill to hello to flare to air flare to windmill to hello to flare to air flare. It's so cool. This is the correct way to practice power moves, kind of like leveling it up with time. Windmill, hello, flare, air flare, windmill, hello, flare, and then wow, you keep going. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. one end now. So also here he's doing the same combo, but the halo is one-ended. So he kept evolving, you know. So good. Flare to air, flare to flare. Oh, Superman windmill. So nice. Oh. Nice. And I like that he keeps going, you know. He's not stopping the combo for some random reason. He keeps going. Yeah, nice. It doesn't need to be perfect, you know. Even here, the flare to spinning handstand is not perfect, but the good thing is the intention. I can see his intention, you know. In the previous guy that he practiced one round of flare, I couldn't see his intention. He just did one round and stopped. I couldn't really understand what he was thinking. Now I can clearly see his mindset, where when he's practicing power moves. I can clearly understand his mindset. In the other guy, I don't know what is going on in his mind. I don't know. That's why I guess maybe he's overthinking some details, or he's overthinking some problems, or maybe he's a little bit insecure. I don't know. I don't really know what is the issue. The only way would be talking to him. But I don't know. But you can clearly see the difference in progress, you know. Parries. Nice. Nice. Oh, 2019, still not done. Oh, 2 more years to go. Ooh, his flare is getting higher here. Oh, 3 times. Flare to air flare 3 times. Chair flare to chair flare. Nice. Very good. Chair flare to elbow to windmill to flare multiple times. Flare, air flare 1. Oh, flare spinning handstand, flare, nice. Again, nice. He keeps going. Yes. Woo.
Thanks for watching my video again.
Okay. So that was until now the best flare progression in my opinion, because he didn't only show the flare, but he showed his overall progress with the flare. How can he use the flare inside the combos? Not only flare, only flare, but flare, multiple flares, but also flare inside the combos. And we could even see his whole power move progress in this journey. So good. Let me see some more videos. Oh, he started already with multiple flares. Oh, that's crazy. How many rounds? But I like here that he is trying to continue. Even though his form is not the best, he is doing multiple rounds. That's good, actually. Good start. Okay, here he's doing only 1 round. Don't do only 1 round, please. Okay, good. Multiple rounds. Okay, he's getting cleaner and higher. I suppose his flexibility is not so good. I may be wrong, but it looks like he struggled a little bit to open his legs wider, and also his shoulder extension doesn't look so great because his hips is kind of low. His hips are so kind of low. But I may be wrong. Sometimes it's not like people lack of flexibility, but people don't have yet a good enough technique to express their flexibility, you know? So I don't know which one of the two it is. But I can kind of guess he lacks of flexibility because, for example, when I saw the previous videos, even though the guys just started with very bad technique, I could really see that their hips were pretty high and their legs are very wide, even if the technique was kind of at the beginning was kind of a little wrong. So I suppose in his specific case, this guy should focus a lot on flexibility, on stretching, not only flare but also stretching. He should practice both things together. So practice flare, yeah, keep practicing flare more and more, but also at the beginning and also at the end of each training session, stretch a lot. Hello, can you please tell me that elbow freeze is easy or air baby? Elbow freeze. Elbow freeze is definitely easier than air baby. Oh, what's happening? Oh, the first round started getting higher. He's starting from the back, that is good. Still doing multiple rounds. They look smooth and also higher. Oh, what happened? Okay. He's waiting a little bit too long on his left hand. He should move his right hand a little quicker. Oh, here is good. Here he's doing a better job. Good. I would like to see some combos actually. Oh, okay. He didn't need to flare. Thank you. A little more combos I would like. But his flare is getting better. At this point, actually, his technique is decent enough. I think the main issue is flexibility for him. Here is getting better. Looks near. Here it also looks like he improved a little bit his legs flexibility. Yeah, pretty fast. Nice. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let me move on again. Bimo Rana. Oh, this guy is pretty popular on YouTube. He has 100,047 subscribers. Oh. So dark, I cannot really see so well. It looks like he also has good flexibility actually. So fast. He started immediately so powerful. Maybe too powerful. Oh, that's good. He's also bending a little bit the right hand, kind of like an air chair. Usually flexible people do like this. his form is a little bit unusual for someone who just started, you know, because he can kick very powerful, in a very powerful way, even though he's just starting with flares. It's a little bit exception, a rare case. Most of people cannot kick so strong at the beginning immediately. And it looks like he's learning very quickly also. Is the video mirrored here? I guess so. Oh, nice to see combos. Yo, what's up? Oh, nice. Body of play music. Oh, on concrete. That's crazy. Wing. How can you do wing like this? Oh, nice. I like to see also flare to head spins. It's very useful. Beautiful. Oh, nice. I like to see combos. Oh, flare to head spin again. Very nice. Ooh, good form. Good. Ooh, what? Remy to 2000 like that? Crazy. Swipe to flare to hello. Ooh, to flare again. To air flare, to win. Ooh. To Superman win. He's pretty strong already. Swipe to flare, backspin, flare, head spin, baby freeze. Pretty good. What year is this? 5 years ago. Very good progression. I like this progression too. This one and B-Boy Rice one at the moment are my favorite. 3 months flare progression. The next video is only 40 seconds long. It's not popular, it's not a popular video at all, but I still wanted to react. I don't want to react only to popular videos. I also want to react to just random videos that I find. 2012, so long ago. This video is only 3 months progression. Okay, here he's doing a typical mistake that many people do at the beginning. He's sitting on the floor for